The following presentation is a part of the National Heavy Boxing League's 10th season, celebrating 10 years of the premier level of heavy boxing in the Team Fortress 2 community, and a final send-off as the NHBL closes after its 10th season.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Boxing Day Classic. I'm your host for the first two rounds, named Sins, and over here on my right we have a very nice person over here named Ridge. Hello, Ridge, and we welcome you all. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed your Christmas. Hopefully, you had good time with your family. But now it's getting back into the thick of things here in NHBL, and better way we can get back into it than the Boxing Day Classic, a very historic event here in NHBL, and we have some great first round matches coming up. One of them is, I believe, is probably the most exciting one, just for the fact that this man already won 2 tournaments out of 2 this season. I'm talking about Musique. He's going up against Pravi Sector. Now, Ridge, give me your thoughts about Musique and his adversity through the first two tournaments this season. Do you think that momentum will keep him going to this tournament right here? And can he go 3 for 3?
It definitely will provide a lot of confidence in him. He's going 30-9, which is absolutely what? 2 tournament wins in a row. He's going 8-0 right now. And even though Pravai is a decent name, I think, I'm sorry, Pravai, but Musique's probably going to... He's going to get very, very far. Tonight's bracket is definitely a big one to... It's a big toss-up of big names. You've got Bagel and Chicken. You've got Sage Will in there who might come up. You've got Locktrap and Ice looking to exact his revenge as well. So a lot of good names, but Musique has got the momentum already behind them, so it's going to be a toughie.
Yeah, that's for sure. And you touched on it a little bit. We have a lot of big names, but we also had a couple newer names here. Of course, we had a couple of substitutes. And really looking at the bracket now, Ridge, is there anybody who stands out in this tournament that maybe could be like a dark horse in this tournament? Someone that maybe you wouldn't expect it, but maybe he can go the distance to win.
It's a tough one because there are a bunch of names who I have, but they're all up against each other in the first round. It's like the 4 people that I have are Sage Will, Randoom, Idel, and Raid Baron. But all of those 4 names are up against each other in some way, with Del versus Raid Baron being a match and Sage Will being Randoom. So it's a tough one. But I reckon Raid Baron out of all of them are probably going to be the darkest of the dark horses. Because even he made it to the semi-final, he made it to the quarterfinals once, and I reckon he could probably do it again. But Del's pretty tough in terms of her ability to destroy people, so we'll never know.
And one final question here. We're doing Holiday Punch. I mean, we don't do it often, maybe on fight nights. How do you think Holiday Punch might affect this tournament and the outcome of it?
One word. Jump.
Yeah, there you go.
Just jump a lot. Just jump a lot, honestly. Jump a lot. You only get 4, though, so be careful.
We're going to call some good matches tonight. Holiday punches are in effect. And like you said before we go off to a commercial break, you got to jump. Holiday punch is very tricky, but we're going to have the match between Sage Will and Randoom. Now, looking at my stat sheets here, the win-loss record in the 2018 regular season is a bit underwhelming, perhaps for these two. Maybe they can bounce back and maybe get some momentum in this tournament. Between these two, between Sage Will, Rage Will, however you call himself, and Randoom, Ridge, how do you think it's going to play out between these two?
I reckon that they're both pretty equal in skill level. Both of them are if you have a high tier, mid tier, low tier, they're around mid tier. Pretty good, solid boxers, pretty reliable. They're very consistent in the way that they fight with their strategies. They're not to be frowned upon. So it's going to be quite close between the two, and I'm not entirely... I mean, I've seen less of Sage Will tournaments than I have of Randoom. Randoom's taken part in the past 2 and gone out in, I think, the quarter. I think the quarters in one tournament and the round of 16 in another. So We'll see.
Something like that. Yeah, I think Rageville, is probably the one to try to break out from this tournament, in my opinion. Randoom, he's a good competitor, but Rageville, he's just looking to. He made a good mark in Fight Night recently, so he's hoping to try to break out in the regular NHBL level. All right, here we go, lads. First matchup of this tournament, and it's a doozy between Rageville and Randoom. And Rageville gets that early taunt hit. And just like that, you can see how quick some of these matches can be. Hard to talk about when it's just 5 seconds and it's over with. But Rageville with that jumping splash of some kind, and is able to get maybe Randoom a little bit surprised.
Yeah, I mean, it might just be boxer instinct because the normal rules are no jump, no crouch. So it could have caught Randoom off guard there, especially since jumping is allowed in tournaments, they tend not to do it because it's probably a bad idea. But in this tournament, it's a good idea. Jump, please.
Yeah. Okay, Baxis is getting paid for every ding he rings. Anyway, so then they both jumped there, and they both avoided the taunt there, but Rageville did not jump in time at Randoom. He needs to hit him in
Wait, what?
He needs to hit him in the perfect spot, and he almost
5 jump.
Oh, 5 jumps.
He was hitting them. By the way, and there was counted 5 jumps, by the way. So, Spogo?
Rip.
Well, obviously 5
Ooh.
jumps. Since he won, the round is void.
Baxis is now getting the pink slip by Fedora as we're talking. Anyways, so there go me up in the ring, and they both jump there. And Rageville looks like to get the advantage on the Randoom there. Really no way for him to try to get back into that one, Randoom. And, it's you could just tell how this is going to go. If you jump, you have a very good chance, but sometimes if you don't, you're kind of screwed for the rest of the match. What do you think, Ridge?
2-0. I mean, it might just be rustiness of the rules, maybe, but as far as I know, that was a pretty big beatdown, and it was unlucky that he did 5 jumps at the end. Maybe his thumb got a little bit twitchy, but there you are.
Yeah,
2-0.
Let's blame his little finger there. So 2-0 for Sagewell. He will move on. So then up next, we're going to be having Meat Puncher and Sugo, or Sugo these nuts.
The correct pronunciation is Sugon D's nuts.
Sugon.
Thank you, Baxter. The
Maybe it's a
residential,
weird French name. Maybe it's pronounced Sugondinachu or something like that.
I don't see an accent mark in there anywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
Just saying. So we're gonna get started with the warm-ups. Maybe if they're not sleeping.
Yeah, warm-ups. Go.
Eventually. We'll get to it. There we go. They have life. They're breathing. That's a good thing. Anyway, so so these 2 boxers here, we got Meat Puncher and then Sugon these nuts, as Ridge likes to call it. Give me your thoughts about these 2 boxers. We don't usually see these 2 often, but we have seen Meat Puncher here in the NHBL before, and he has done a little bit below average. But what do you think he has going up against Sugo?
I mean, both of these 2 are pretty new to the scene, and both of them, I think I met in Fight Nights before, but I'm not entirely sure. But so it's going to be a new experience for both of these 2. Definitely not really the norm. So, whoa, he ended up on his head. That's pretty cool.
He got a hat.
But there you are. So I feel like both of these 2 will kind of struggle, and there's no real struggle. There's no more struggle between one or the other. But the fact that it's a tournament environment, the fact that they are competing for a prize, a big boy prize at that, it's gonna be an interesting experience for both of them, and I reckon they'll handle it probably.
Yeah, probably. I think once the other boxers will start to see how these holiday punch matches go, I think it will kind of season them for their matches coming up. I think that's a very important thing with this, and I would also recommend that. I would recommend you eat your sandwich there, Red Heavy. I believe that's very important. If you eat there you go. Get
Dietary supplements.
There we go. There's the bell. So now they're going to start in the middle of the ring there. And Bazooper started jumping there, but it did not work. And they changed their names in server, so now I'm having a little hard time. But Crew Mask in server. Help! Who's the red guy?
Don't worry, Sugo is Bazooper.
That match is Bazooper? That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
So Meat Puncher Red is up 1-0 over Sugo. Sugo tried to jump. Didn't really work. Ridge, please give me analysis.
That was pretty close. Not much to say. Brazupa missed his target. Grimask pretty much picked up from there. Punished him, as the Smash people would say.
Alright, Baxter's doing his job now. Okay,
What?
so Meat Puncher, what the heck just happened there? That was an assault and battery charges against him on that one. To say that Sugo
brutal.
He's turned into me.
when talk about Sugo not expecting that, Ridge.
I mean, that was... How can you do analysis when he literally just went, I'm going to walk up to him. And then he went really hard.
Really hard. Alright, well, Meat Puncher is moving on to the next run. Sugo is going to lick his wounds, I'm sure, from that brutal assault. And next, we're going to have a very good match, actually. I saw this on the card and didn't really think much of it, but now I'm actually looking at it, I'm like, damn, this is actually a good match. We got Bagel against Chicken. Now, Ridge, you probably know these two better than anyone, because you see them on a regular basis over in Fight Night. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. Now, interesting fact. I think I'm going to pull up my Fight Night sheet just to have a little look here. But while I do, both of these two are pretty darn experienced boxers. Both of them know exactly what they're doing, and they are pretty darn good veterans, and everyone knows they are really dominant boxers. Bagel won the second to last tournament pretty fast. They won it ridiculously. Like, Bagel won it ridiculously quickly, and Chicken has been well known to take some losses once in a while, but he is a ridiculously good boxer in his own right, one of the best in Europe right now. Pretty good name for the European finals. And one final fact, I think if I pull up the sheet here, Chicken beat Bagel 3-2 in the semi-final of Fight Night 5, which was the 5th fight night of my take 3 of Season 2, since I was very inactive and I reset the titles and that. So 3-2. So Chicken has beaten Bagel before. So
I mean, that's interesting. I think that's what Chicken is using. Yeah, Chicken's I think, a little bit more underrated in North America. I don't think people really expect him. But hey, both Bagel and Chicken are in my super sensational tournament that's a house show in January 19th. Sorry, I had to get that plug in. I mean, come on. But yeah, these two are very good boxers in their own rights, and they know each other pretty well. So here they meet in the Boxing Day Classic, and it'll be a good one. We're waiting for Bagel to come back in the ring while we see Chicken doing laps around the ring. And
he's warming up his tires.
Yeah, bumper cars don't have tires. Ridge, they run by whatever. Spogo, please, add my...
There's still one more practice round.
One more? Oh, geez.
There's still one more practice round.
Wow, okay.
Punch, kick, wham.
How was your Christmas, Ridge? Was it good? Oh, no,
my Christmas was pretty good.
We're out of time. Okay, Stricken's going to get back to the ring, and we're going to get started here. I'm just kidding, Ridge. How was your Christmas?
It was pretty good. I got a bunch of... I got some money, and that was pretty much it. Oh, yeah. I got David Beckham deodorant. It was pretty good.
Cool.
Oh, Chicken, yes. David Beckham deodorant.
You European guys, you guys are just funny guys. Fair enough. These two are jokesters. These two like to have fun, and that's, I guess, the meaning of fun, isn't it? And then Bagel kind of caught Chicken off guard. He jumped a little too late on that one, and it paid him. Oh, God. That was just bad from show off from their Chicken. But what do you think about that, Ridge? A little bit delayed on Chicken's part. How do you think he can recoup for the next one?
I was going to say, Chicken didn't know he could jump. Fantastic.
GG.
You could jump 4 times.
I know, you don't have to jump once, you could jump all 4 times if you really want to. I mean, it's a miracle. It's the Boxing Day Classic, kids. It's a fun time of the year. Okay, so Chicken is up 1-0, I believe. I don't know, I kind of forgot. No, Bagel's up 1-0. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you
Chicken
are.
does not get kicked. Chicken did not get kicked for command spamming that time, and Bagel moves on. What a crazy night this is. What a crazy night. This is fun. I'm having a fun time. Are you having a fun time, Ridge?
I'm having a very fun time. Thank you very much for asking. No, Chicken. honestly, did you forget to jump a second time? Did you forget that jumps are allowed a second time? Oh no, wait, he did jump, didn't he? Oh well, there you are. But I guess Chicken was a little bit too early to jump, so the punish was exacted again. But that's if this does not win the fisty, I'm going to be very upset. For funniest moment, gets kicked for taunt spam.
Yeah, this is a crazy world we live in here in TF2. I don't think I've ever seen something like that happen, ever. So I've been playing this game for over 7 years. So I mean, hey, whatever. So
There you are.
Yeah. So so I am still recovering from that last one. We're gonna have those cars against Spot here. Two very good boxers. Those cars is trying to break out of this little slump he's kind of put in. He's still trying to win something. And
oh my god,
shows his frustration. So what are your thoughts on this one? Spawn, a seasoned veteran going up against those cars, who's trying to etch his name in the history. What do you think? How do you think this is gonna pan out?
It's gonna be an interesting match. These two are probably number 1 and number 2 seeded in NA right now. Actually, wait, they are. I have a seedings list in my computer. Whoa! But according to my seedings list, Dos Caras are Music are number 1 and number 2 right now. So these two are the best. Oh no, wait, Music. Oh no, so Spartan is number 4 and Dos Caras number 2. So these two are in the top 5 best boxers right now.
Wait, those cars is number 2 and Spartan's at number 4.
Spartan's number 4. It's pretty nutty. He's above ice. I mean, are we gonna do our practice rounds, or are we just gonna stand there? Wait, are we put? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. What's happening?
We're at to get more professional here, guys. Let's get this thing going like we should. How about that?
Is that the second practice round? I don't know.
That was only the second one.
Be the second one? Okay. Yeah, so we're still trying to recover from tonight's event, and this is only fourth match in. Yep, that pretty sums up tonight, huh? So Spartan and those cars coming in, and Spartan with a late jump, and they both laugh. And it's stalemate. Ooh, and then what's going to happen now? And Spartan gets that quick hit over those cars, and that's going to be the end of those cars in that match. So they both jump, and that's the kind of thing like I've been noticing with boxers. They'd be kind of jumping a little too early, maybe expecting a hit that isn't coming. Rich, how do you think that maybe boxers can, or at least Spartan in this case, because he did do it in this one, to try to time his jumps correctly?
I mean, you saw that was an incredibly well done jump hit, weird TF2 thing with Spartan, because he managed to hit it, and because he managed to hit it, he managed to get Dos Caras. So miracle things like that do happen. But we'll see going into the next round if Spartan can repeat that, and he's just spinning again. He's just spinning again.
These guys are still recovering from Christmas, I think.
Same.
So here we go, and they both laugh again. 2 for 2 in this round. No one has done that before. They both laugh again. They both laugh again. We might go down to the wire, guys. This is crazy. This is crazy, guys. This is good nuts here, and this is what we kind of wanted to see here in Spartan. Is ending up the jump. Wow. Okay, now that's what I like to see in these matches. Is that in Spartan, you move on to the next round. Those cars, unfortunately, it's going to have to recover yet again. Still in that slump, but Spartan, good favorite to win this tournament, I think. I don't know. This whole laughing thing goes right up Spartan's alley, I believe. So, yeah, Spartan moves on. Ridge, give me your thoughts.
It was a very interesting thing of mind games there you saw, because both of them were in the laughter lock. Both of them were down to 2 hits, so Spartan knew that if he was to just jump at the exact perfect time before TF2 gave him a bunch of BS, then he could have abused that.
Hold on. I'll do you a never mind.
So it's a pretty good it was a pretty good match. That I enjoyed that very much. Spartan knew exactly what to do, and it was a pretty good thing. So the bracket, I think, so Sagewell moves on, Creamhouse moves on, Bagel moves on, and Spartan moves on. Bagel's a big worry. If you're up against Bagel in the next round, I don't know. I haven't actually got the bracket up. I'm very unprofessional, but Spartan's game crashed. Whoopsie doopsies. But Bagel's in this tournament, so it's going to be a big fun ride. We were going to have an interview with Spotton, but Spotton died. He's getting back in very soon.
Wow. Yeah, he's starting to get back in. We're obviously having some technical difficulty with people's games, crashing, spamming commands. I mean, it's just what it is here in TF2 land, where
there's someone rapping in the background.
So Ridge, we're done with part 1 of round 1. I guess we'll get this out of the way since we're waiting for Spotting. What do you think? Any surprises? Anything you liked from part 1 of round 1?
It was a pretty good match, especially the one where Chicken got kicked for taunt spamming, apparently. So that was fun. But it's a bit of a surprising result. We did get 2-0 sweeps that first round, which is a little bit surprising considering some of the even matchups of some of these boxers. But overall, kind of ish the result I expected. I didn't really. I would have thought that Chicken would have pulled one over on Big Boy, but there you are. But no, not a Big Boy, Bagel. I'm getting my B's mixed up tonight. I'm fine.
We don't want Big Boy Lethal on this chat right now. This is not his event. I'm kidding, Big Boy. I love you. In this match, we have Locktrap and Gilga, and now Locktrap is a very good boxer. I believe from Europe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Locktrap's American, and Gilga is British.
So I get my names wrong. There's too many Europeans around. But yeah, it's going to be Locktrap and Gilga going up against each other. But right now they're doing practice rounds. But Gilga doesn't know that yet, and he's going to get a beating. That's what happens if you don't know stuff, I guess. So yeah, Ridge, Locktrap against Gilga. What are you expecting from this match?
It's pretty one-sided. I'm going to be honest here. Gilga is capable. But in terms of what in terms of his capabilities, he's going up against one of the best boxers right now in the league. 3rd seeded with a total of 9 points. He's got a mountain to climb. I'm not going to rule him out. I mean, I am supposed to be unbiased as a commentator and a not professional one yet. I'm going to become professional, hopefully. Please. But I'm going to say that Gilga's got a mountain to climb, and Gilga, wish you luck. Please don't get beaten too hard. Thank you.
Well, actually, I don't know, Ridge. I don't know if you saw in chat. I'm looking at his badge right now. Gilga is 2nd place of the Ready Steady. So.
Oh.
You can use any adjustments to that analysis, Ridge.
Don't get beaten too hard, Gilga.
Oh god! But Locktrap isn't a very good foe. Yeah, he's pretty good. I've seen him at a few fight night tournaments where the rules are a little bit more lax, and he's good. He's good. So yeah, Gilga is 2nd place winner of Ready Steady Pan, and then Locktrap is a seasoned veteran here in NHBL. So maybe Gilga, this will be a good launching pad for him to maybe come back to the NHBL and maybe run a tear. Who knows? All right, the bell has rung, and we're going to start it off here. And Gilga looked at Simi. I don't know why. He looked back, and Locktrap came up with a fist to the face. Ridge, one of the unwritten rules is to keep an eye on your opponent.
Yeah.
Ridge, what'd you think?
That's pretty important. But I feel like Locktrap just got the aggression right out of the gate and went, you know what? No, and he destroyed him. So
Locktrap is pretty aggressive, as we all seen. Here we go. So yeah, Gilga's trying to learn the ropes here for Per Se against Locktrap. But hey, and Locktrap gets the best of Gilga there. Oof, 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 and he's out of there. Locktrap is able to be aggressive, right? I think when Gilga wasn't expecting it, I believe. And yeah, pretty interesting fight, but I would like to see Gilga maybe fight in Fight Night. I don't know. I just feel like there's potential there, maybe. But that's besides the point. So Locktrap, he moves on to the next round. He wins 2-0. Ridge, what did you think of that one?
It was pretty quick. I'm not gonna lie, but Locktrap knows. It looks like Locktrap knows how to use the jumping system, and if he knows how to do that, it's pretty scary. So, Ice, you're coming down to the ring, buddy. So, in terms of who to look out for this tournament, I reckon that because of the way that Locktrap destroyed Gilga there in an actual strategical fashion, instead of just hoping to God that you jumped in time, it's going to be pretty interesting to watch Locktrap. Yeah. Maybe try and take down, maybe try and get that one step closer to being the number 2 seeded right now.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Locktrap definitely has the capability. But hey, let's move on to the next one. We have Ice against Smug Business, or as most people like to know him by, is Mr. Dizzy. So, an interesting story happened before this event happened. I was told that Ice, he didn't break his finger, but he hurt his finger pretty bad. And we thought he wasn't going to participate, but he is a trooper, and he's here, and he's going to fight against Mr. Dizzy. And as we know, Ice is a very competitive person, Ridge. Do you think that maybe gets him a little bit of an edge, or maybe that can damper him if he can't use his opposable thumb? What do you think?
I broke my thumb!
He broke his thumb. I wouldn't rule out Dizzy just yet, because if you remember from, I think, the first tournament, which was the Backyard Brawl, he beat Bagel 2-1 in the first round.
Yeah.
So he has the ability to beat top guys. Ice and Bagel are very, very close in terms of skill level. So I would seriously wouldn't rule them out just yet. I seriously wouldn't. But Ice is definitely a force to be reckoned with. He won last season, and even though Musique sweeped his boy 6-0 in the final of the Backyard Brawl, I reckon that will be more of a catalyst to make him angry and want to make him win the tournament this time. So both of these two are looking to get further than they did last time, hopefully.
Yeah, like you said too. I'm pretty sure those effects aren't allowed. But Mr. Dizzy, he is a worthy competitor, and he's kind of starting to break in to NHBL a little bit. So it's nice to see people from Fight Night come up and do very well in regular NHBL combats. All right, the bell has been rung, and we're gonna have a fight there. And Dizzy gets caught there trying to fake out Ice there. It did not work. And Ice with a little festive cheer of his own. So Ice baby gets him in that match. So Ridge. Noisemakers, what do you really think that really did anything with that?
If you have a good computer, it's fine. But that was very quick. Dizzy, don't die that fast again. I believe in you, buddy. But Ice knew. Long story short, Ice knew what he was doing, baited him round, and got him with the.
When you hear the bell,
Fedora is slacking. All right, so Dizzy's going to wait there. He's going to maybe catch the traffic.
Oh my God.
And
Noisemakers are pretty annoying.
And that happened. And Ice caught Dizzy in midair, and with a broken freaking thumb, Ice moves on to the next round. What a story that was for him to come in with a broken thumb and for him to move on to the next round. Ridge, what did you think of that hellacious matchup?
A lot of staring and not a lot of moving, but when he did move, Ice was just a lot quicker despite having a broken thumb. So, I don't know. It was a pretty interesting... We've still got the 2-0 streak. It's just been 2-0, 2-0, 2-0 constantly, so... Hopefully we'll see a closer match, so... In the meantime, we're going to have to deal with Ice absolutely destroying and using pretty good tactics. So it's Raid Baron and Dell now, I believe.
Ooh, this is a good one. Dell, she's been doing pretty good in Fight Nights, I believe. And Raid Baron is a seasoned vet, though. Raid Baron is a seasoned vet. He's trying to win this tournament tonight and try to go. I think he's already in the finals, I believe, or he's in the running of it. Either way, though, he's a very good fighter against Dell, who's somewhat new. Ridge, give me your thoughts on how this matchup. Maybe we won't get. Maybe I think this one we actually will get a tie. I feel like we're gonna go have all three matchups. What do you think?
I think so. I definitely hope so. It's been pretty boring thus far in terms of scores, but I I'm going to say right now, Dell has got a pretty good streak. Well, a pretty meh streak going for her. She did lose both of her first round matches. So she's got something to prove for herself. And Raid Baron is prone to some ups and downs as well. But I reckon both of them shouldn't be scoffed at as nothing boxers, because both of them have got a bit of skill. Both of them were trained pretty well. Dell was trained by the European champion Retro, and Raid Baron has been going to a shit ton of fight nights in the past. And he's won a lot of them. So they're both experienced to a degree, even though their results don't really show it too much. But we won't count them out just yet.
Yeah. Like you said, Ray Baron, I mean, he's been around NHBL for a while, but he went to Fight Night to try to pick up his craft and trying to train a little bit harder, and that shows. I think he's gotten a lot better in the past couple months, I believe. So it'll be interesting. So I think, was that all the warm-ups, or is there one more?
I think I got one
more. Okay. I can count sometimes. But yeah, Dell, she's rather new here. I do like her odds, though. She's like that. She would be my dark horse pick of this whole tournament, actually. I would just say that right now. And so it'll be interesting to see how she does against Raid Baron, and vice versa, really. Yeah, this night, this holiday punch thing can be a little hectic sometimes. Just remember the jump. I think that's Ridge's slogan for this entire thing. Ridge, what's your slogan?
One word.
Jump. Thank you, Ridge. All right, so that was all the warm-up rounds there. So we're gonna get in the thick of things when Raid Baron comes in. All right, we heard the bell, so now the game begin. Okay, so they're both kind of edging each other, and they're not going to try to make that first move, which is smart, and they both jump there. And then Dell gets Raid Baron with that nice little slick little shot there. I like that. Dell is like a ninja, but not the streamer ninja, but like an actual ninja.
I would have said a very dodgy ninja quote there, but I'm not gonna. Dell's just pretty much quicker than Raid Baron on that second jump, because if Raid Baron would have got a second jump, I reckon it would have gone a little bit longer. But nevertheless, Dell quicker on the draw.
I wonder if anybody had like a computer joke against Dell, huh? What kind of processor she has. Anyways, Raid Baron catches Dell off guard there, and Raid Baron
finally not a 2-0, not a 2-0, not a 2-0. Thank God.
We're gonna get a tiebreaker. I had a feeling. And Ridge, how'd you feel about this one? Raid Baron a little bit more aggressive in this one.
Very aggressive, a massive change up in style. I don't think Dell was quite ready for that. Raid definitely getting on the aggression a lot sooner and a lot harder, because Dell died in their own color half of the ring. So that's a pretty big step up, Raid. I believe in you, but also Dell as well. I'm not biased, remember, I'm not biased.
All right, Raid Baron and Dell tiebreaker, first tiebreaker of the night. They both jumped there. Continuing the jump at Dell. How the heck did she get that hit off? I have no clue. That was a very good maneuver by Dell. I don't even know how she pulled that off. Pulled it out of her back pocket. I don't even know if that player model has a back pocket. But Ridge, I like how Dell did. What about you, Ridge? What do you think of that?
Well, there you are. It was a pretty interesting show of aggression there, and a weird change of strategy again from Raid Baron. Maybe the passive European playstyle, which European players are known for in TF2. Maybe that doesn't work too well. But congratulations, Dell. That's Dell's first time she's made it to the quarterfinals. Yeah. So good luck to you, Dell. Also, thank you, Raid Baron, for your contributions. But now we've got one of the most interesting matches of the card. It's two-time tournament winning Musique versus Pravai.
Yeah, so what is there not to say about Musique? Okay, so I just want to say this. Okay, from my SSBL days, and I know especially like everyone who's been here for a while hates it when I bring that up, but Musique was one of the first SSBL members, and he was a beast down there. Now we transitioned to NHBL. It took him a little bit, but now he has won 2 out of 2 tournaments, hoping to make it 3 out of 3. But Ridge, let's talk about Pravi though, because we don't know too much about Pravi. I mean, we know a lot about Musique, obviously. Do you think Pravi can stand a chance against Musique.
Purvey is a person of the... Oh, my God. Can we... I'm going to say this before I do my analysis. Can we just punch each other, please? And not taunt kill, thank you. But, Purvey and Raid Baron. No, not Purvey and Raid Baron. Purvey and Musique. Purvey is a Fight Night guy. Annoys me every single week. Don't worry, I think. But in terms of his actual skill, it's okay. It's like a Gilga and Lockchap situation. Definitely has the mid-level skill, but he's facing Musique. It's gonna be tough for Purvey to even get a foot in unless if he's seen the streams, he knows what Musique's weaknesses are. It's gonna be a mountain, and actually, it's more of a mountain. Purvey, oh my God, it's warm-up rounds. Come on, Purvey, get with. But so it's gonna be a mountain, more than a mountain. Everest, 10 times the size of Everest.
It's gonna be like from the Earth to the Moon. I think if we had a mountain map.
That's pretty far.
That is pretty far,
escaping
actually.
a black hole.
Or a black hole. I don't know who said that, but yeah, or a black hole. It's just endless.
Pretty good analogy.
Musique's so tough. Musique is so tough. He's really perfecting his craft now, you know. So it's good to see Musique get the success, because obviously being an SSBL member, I want all my former SSBL guys to do very well. And Patrick has, Marksman has, Musique has, and I'm so proud, just like the little children of mine.
When you hear about that works too.
All right, so now we're gonna get this going. This should be fun. Okay, so Musique already uses 1 jump. That's good. 2 jump.
Can we
3 jump. Oh, and they both laugh there. And now it's a stalemate here. He's going to get that next punch. Oh, and Musique just got out of the way.
There was a penalty halfway through, though.
Penalty? It is a penalty.
I'm gonna have to give both of them a warning, because both of you crouched. That's gonna be a round reset, and you both get a warning.
Alright, so we're going to get on with that. It was a round reset. And now Musique's just waiting in the middle of the ring. Oh! Yeah, the art of surprise there. Yeah, Musique easily beaten up Purvey with a nice little, hey, I'm going to stand in the ring and pretend not to do anything, when actually I'm going to beat your face in maneuver. I like it. Ridge, what do you think of that match?
You're good, Purvey.
It's best 2 out of 3, so you have to win 2. So it's that was interesting. I mean, out of all of my commentating career and hosting a tournament, that's probably the weirdest round I've ever seen, hands down.
This is the weirdest match.
This is the weirdest tournament I've ever had.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe Purvey wants to get a little bit more aggressive. No, they're gonna have a standing contest. Oh! Ooh. Okay, maybe the serious side of Purvey can actually come out now. Maybe this was all a joke. Maybe this was all a setup. I don't know. I'm just commentating. So, Ridge, do you think maybe Musique needs to start taking this a little serious?
Yes. No. I mean, this has been the weirdest match. I guess both of them were memeing around, but I'm so confused. I need a bath.
Okay, it's tie game. Maybe Musique needs to just kind of go for it. Oh gosh.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh, here we go. And
I got him.
Gets it. Okay. Because when I saw that Purvey was hit later, and I'm like, well, Musique has the advantage on that one. Musique does it well. Okay, well, that was a little bit more of a cliffhanger than I thought it was, Ridge. That was indeed a very nice one. So give me a quick analysis before we get with the interview, Ridge.
This is why you jump. That's exactly why you jump. You don't time it, you lose because you don't jump.
You just finished round 1. We're going to get started with round 2, and we're going to begin with Rage Will and Lock Trap. So this will be an interesting match. Now we're going to get to more familiar faces, I think, in round 2, which is going to be exciting for people who are watching live on Twitch, and maybe they can recognize some of these people, and maybe can root on whoever they like or something like that. Maybe bet on people. I don't know what. We didn't have a betting system. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. So we're having Sage and Lock Trap go against each other. These two, I believe, fought against each other, I think, on Fight Night a little while back. So, Ridge, what do you think between these two? Do you think maybe Lock Trap's aggressive side maybe get the best of Rage Will, or Rage Will's more strategic approach might win this one over?
The NHBL is not condoning any forms of gambling.
Lock Trap and Rage Will. These two are at the polar opposite ends of the kind of spectrum in terms of scenes where they come from. Lock Trap is the rookie. He was here last season and he did incredibly well. And Sage Will is a very well-known Fight Night guy. Fight Night and main roster guys have been crossing over a lot recently, but it's going to be a weird mismatch between the two. So, Rage Will is on the down here, but upset is possible. We saw Dizzy beat Bagel in the first tournament of the season, so it's going to be pretty good. But to topple a third seed, it's going to be hard.
Moving things along here, I like it. So Lock Trap in the red, Rage Will in the blue, of course, and they're both getting their jumps in, but then they get caught off. And now it's just see who can get the next hit, and they both jump in Lock Trap. Wow, now that's what I'm talking about. This second round and everyone in the other rounds above this is going to be pretty nice. Lock Trap with that nice little victory. He gets 1 victory over in his 3 out of 5 contest. Ridge, give me your thoughts.
I'm going to give you my thoughts. That was incredibly close. That's what I want to see. Both of them trying to suss each other out, both of them moving a lot, and both of them wanting to punch the living crap out of each other. That's what I want. So, there we are. Pretty good skill from Lock Trap, and pretty good resilience from Sage Will.
Fedora is getting fired by Fedora. Wait. Alright, so Lock Trap and Rage Will going up against each other once more. Lock Trap's up 1-0. Lock Trap is using his jumps there. They have to watch their jumps there. Lock Trap maybe getting a little too jump happy. Rage Will ties it up 1-1. Now this is what we like to see, a little bit more competitive action here in the second round. So yeah, pretty jumpy and pretty big daddy actually. So Ridge, give me your thoughts of why maybe jumping at the right time instead of just jumping periodically can maybe do the victory. Yes.
Jump at the right time.
So that's why you do, because if you don't and just flail around, then you're going to get caught off guard. If you're on the ground and he's got his punch ready while he's in midair, you're going to get buggered. That's just how it works. Basic physics, basic maths.
All right, quick and short and sweet and to the point. So, and this match actually hasn't been. It's tied and it's been close for each round. And now Lock Trap gets Rage Will to laugh, and Lock Trap's going to get that round. They both like to jump right when they like to hit, and it shows because this is going right down to the wire, I think. But Lock Trap has to win 1 more to move on. So, Ridge, what do you think? What do you think Sage has to do to get back into this?
I reckon he's got to have a big Rick and Morty brain. He's got to get those IAQ points down, and he's got to figure out, right, I can time it then and then there, rather than just flailing and hoping for the best, which is a pretty good strategy, but only if Rick and Morty brain. I'm losing it.
Yes, okay, sound the bell and we begin.
All right, Fedora wants to ring that bell right now. Okay, so we're going to get right into it. Just kidding, Fedora. We love you. So, Rage Will's kind of backed in the corner there. I think he knows it. I think that's kind of part of his strategy. Hell yeah. Lock Trap is going to get out of that one. It is tied, ladies and gentlemen. Next win moves on to the semifinals. Holy jumping. Rage Will is a little bit back in the corner. Lock Trap was looked like he was trying to gate Lock Trap to be aggressive. And it turned out to be in his favor, Ridge.
Passive playstyle, you see. The passive playstyle. You may think that the Gator roll is the best strategy in the world. No! It's the passive playstyle.
These guys are pumped. These guys are ready to go. It's the tiebreaker. Presented by no one. So now they're both going to jump there, and they both miss, but now Lock Trap. And Rage Will is just going to commit the Sudoku. And Ray Lock Trap wins that round. He's going to move on to the semifinals. Yeah, that says about it right there. Sage Will and Locktrap giving it their all in this one. A very entertaining matchup, but Locktrap is able to secure the victory. Rage Will, what do you think Sage, Ridge, what do you think Sage has to do to maybe recuperate and try to rebound from this in the next tournament?
I think many people don't realize this, but losses can give you losses against big stars to that degree, where it's really, really bloody close, can give you a higher adrenaline rush than if you're a good boxer and you beat a smaller guy to win a tournament.
Yeah.
Because he knows now that he could take on the best of them, like Mr. Dr. Professor Patrick in the Fight Night house shows, and in mainline boxing tournaments against one of the best boxers we have right now. So Rage Will is no small boy. He's grown up a lot. He brings a tear to my eyes. See him so good.
Oh man, that is crying. Oh, give him a tissue. All right, so up next we're having Meat Puncher and Ice go at it. So Ice with a broken freaking thumb is going to go up against Meat Puncher here. And Meat Puncher maybe is going to punch his thumb. Maybe. That would be funny if you could. And not really. I mean, that would probably suck for Ice. But yeah, you can see right there that Meat Puncher is in no laughing mood right now. He's willing to punch people in the face. Ridge, what are your thoughts for this one?
Punching him in the meat, quote him. If he's on his tombstone, there you are. So both of these two boxers are, again, on the polar opposite ends of the scale. Crewmask is a very well-known Fight Night guy, and Ice is the champion in Season 7. So it's going to be pretty darn close. As far as I know, both of them have not met in Fight Nights before. I don't think, because Ice got barred very early on. But maybe it's going to be like a Sage Will Locktrap fight again. Maybe it's going to be really close and no one really expects it. But as far as I know, Ice is pretty consistent, if not insanely powerful. Boy, he underestimates their power. But Crewmask is no real slouch. He can go, he's pretty darn consistent, but consistency doesn't automatically mean wins. So, woo! That reach, though! Bloody spider monkey!
So you were saying about me? So yeah, Ice has definitely the pedigree. He's in my Super Sensational Boxing Tournament, and his nickname is the Prodigy. If that doesn't tell you what this kid's about, he's still new here, and he's already doing pretty well for himself. So everyone's ready. I think we're all ready. So I think. So now Meat Puncher gets caught up in Ice's punch there, and Ice just waits at the last and last bonanza.
Maximum disrespect, honestly. That I saw Crewmask go for those sort of big, long Spider Boy punches, which did catch out Ice a couple of times. Yeah. But he seems to have sussed it now. Come on, Crewmask, go for a different move other than just because that would be fantastic. But I saw right through it, and he has big Rick and Morty brain, so he managed to see right through it and get them.
Alright, so Ice is up 1-0 against Meat Puncher. And Ice, they both get a jump there. Now we wait. And now we will see who gets the first punch back from the taunt. And they both jump right at the same time. And Ice used jumps and he knew it. Ice was smart enough, he knew he used all 4 of his jumps. And Ice...
Breast bonanza.
There you go. So, great job on Ice to know how many jumps he had, because that was brilliant. He has the Rick and Morty brain, Bridge.
Rick and Morty brain.
Meat Puncher, though, giving it his all, though. You can't underestimate him. Wow.
Nah. That was very close. Very, very close. I'll get into the analysis. I mean, we've run out of time pretty much because they're both in the ring, but pretty much Crewmask went, Ice went, no! And Big Rick and Morty brain predicted the jump, so that's pretty good.
Alright, so this is entertaining. Okay, so Meat Puncher over there tries to backhand Ice. Didn't really work. Ice, wait, and he gets it. And Ice takes it 3-0. Okay, so we were wrong, Bridge. It didn't go to the final round. But hey, Ice with a pretty dominant victory, and guess what? He is doing this with a broken freaking thumb, ladies and gentlemen. What a story
just a quick question. Is that a reference to Kurt Angle?
Yes.
Rap?
Thank
yes.
you. About time. It was only the second time I've said it.
I win!
God. So, yes, I'm a wrestling fan. Okay, yeah, shoot me. After warm-ups, I'm Sins here with my good European friendo, Ridge. And the boy, tonight has been full of stories, memories, and some forgotten memories. But are they really memories that they're forgotten? Oh, I'm getting off topic once again. So, Ridge, we have Spottin and we have Dell. So, like I said, Dell was my dark horse in this entire tournament. She's going up against Spottin, who is looking to win this tournament tonight, and it's right for his picking, I believe. Ridge, what do you think? How do you think this match is going to go out? How do you see this portraying?
I personally see it as being kind of close because Spotton has a record of 4 wins to 2 losses in matches. That's from my tiredness, me writing down scores kind of thing. But Spotton has been known to drop rounds because he's going 15 to 14 in rounds, which is not big of a difference in terms of 15 and 14. So compare that to Lockchap, who has lost more and only has 11 losses. So it's gonna be an interesting. It's gonna be interesting. So Spotton might lose a lot, but he wins a lot. So it could translate here.
And what I think Spotton too, from what I've noticed from past tournaments and all that stuff, he would be so close to winning it, but he just hasn't gotten to that main thing yet. And that bothers me, Spotton. I want you to win. I do. I personally want you to win a tournament because you're a great boxer. So maybe Spotton can do this. Maybe Spotton can beat Dell, go to the finals of this tournament, win it, and then everyone can be happy. Or that she'll fight Musique and Musique wins. I don't know. Or even Dell. Dell might win. Let's not count her out. So
Gamer Girl always win. Do not underestimate the power of Gamer Girl.
Yeah, Gamer Girl. Wait, girls exist? Oh, whatever. Yeah, Spogo's pretty forceful when he needs to be. So they're both jumping, and they're not going to get their lap taunts on. And now,
oh God!
Boy, it's a nail biter. Who's going to get this last hit? And it's Spotton. It's Spotton with that hit. And that was a close one, about as close as you can get it. 4 jumps for each. Whew. We're dealing with some good boxers here, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this live on Twitch or whatever. Or maybe you're illegally streaming us. I don't know. Ridge, what are your thoughts?
Pretty close between the two of them. Both of them doing their 4 jumps, and when it came down to the wire, Spotton just had the greater flick. Del shouldn't have broken her arm, pretty much, to come back as icebreakers fun. Quality joke.
Okay, so now Dell and Spotton. Spotton looking up to get maybe 2-0 over Dell. And Dell catches Spotton and just bounces him off the ropes every time he hit him.
It looks like the Incineroar final smash. I'm referencing.
Ridge, please give me your insightful insights.
So I will. Dell there shows pretty much the standard, pretty solid strategy every time, which is basically just to try and time your jumps pretty well with your punches so that it literally just goes down to the final wire, or pretty much baiting at that point.
And the bell has been rung. That means we can go now. So now Spotton and Dell. And Spotton gets her out of nowhere. A fist out of nowhere. And Dell is down in this one 2-1 against Spotton. Spotton is pretty good with keeping leads, so we'll see how that plays out. Ridge.
Well, there you are. Spotton definitely did a very, very good job at trying to dodge Dell's attacks and baiting the punch and the jump and the laugh. Ha ha ha, dead. Pretty much the standard way with this entire boxing tournament. It's interesting to see. Big departure.
At the sound of the bell, we just now begun. Spotton is sleeping, and Dell doesn't know what to do. And Spotton goats her in, and that's going to spell the end for Dell in this tournament. And Spotton moves on to the semifinals. And so it was close in the beginning, kind of Spotton's way towards the end there. Ridge, give me what you think about this match.
It was an interesting bout, I have to say. Dell using the right strategies, but Spotton just with that more crispy experience and the levels of professionalism and just overall really, really, really well done to both of them for putting on a fantastic show. Are my eyes deceiving me, or have we got Bagel and Musique next?
Oh no, your eyes don't deceive you.
Oh,
Bagel
no.
and Musique. Bagel yet again is in a pretty high octane match, and the Musique can't handle the pressure, and he falls and collapses. Poor guy.
Oh dear.
Boy, Ridge, what do you want? How do you want to talk about this? Bagel
Oh god.
and Musique. Musique's looking
Right.
to win 3 in a row. Bagel is looking to dominate. I mean,
So,
I thought,
I'm
is this the
gonna-
finals? Is this the finals?
I know it isn't the finals. I'm going to present this little comparison to you. Musique, 2 back-to-back tournament winner, and going 30-9, beat Ice 6-0. Or Bagel, a man who has won the most fight nights in history, and also beat Spotten 6-5 at a house show event in an NHBL main roster versus fight night event. One of the best boxers, and also won a tournament clean. So, one of the best up and coming boxers in the world, or the best boxer in the league right now. Who'd you pick? I'm at a loss. I don't know. A vote. A vote. Good idea. A vote.
What? And we're getting a vote here, and a lot of people are saying Musique early on.
A lot of people. Oh, it's pretty close
Oh
though.
my
7-7
God.
votes each.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty accurate. I mean, it's
Bagel.
Bagel. But,
Ooh.
this is going to be difficult. This is Musique has that edge. She wants to win 3 in a row, but Bagel is just so tough. I mean, this is the final round of the quarterfinal, by the way. So this is going to be the last time you'll be hearing our voices for this one. But don't take this away. This match is going to be good. So please sit tight. If you have food, please save it until the match starts, or save it after, because you might choke by like.
You might choke from sheer excitement.
I'm just safety hazards. So this is the last safety round, or the safety round. God.
Safety round.
Oh God! Seriously, almost 2 hours of this. I can't do this. So
Don't worry, it's fine.
yeah, Bagel takes out Musique. It's been a long day. I'm still getting Christmas out of the way. So yeah, Rich, final thoughts for this match.
Jump. Technique.
Yeah.
Pound.
Both of these two are fantastic boxers. I just want to say to both of you, good luck, have fun, and don't punch so hard that you physically have a poo-poo in your chair. That's not what we want.
Or a broken
Or a broken freaking thumb.
Okay, they're gonna get at it. These two, they're pretty good boxers, by the way. And Musique, quick,
Whoa!
and that was quick. Bagel wasn't really expecting that, I don't think. And I think what happens is that jump that Musique did. What do you think?
That was interesting because Bagel might have been able to see the bait there, and he probably would have taken it, but he didn't jump. So I don't know. Maybe it was accidental, but as a reminder, you can jump up to 4 times each. But still, Musique 1-0 against one of the best boxers right now is pretty nutty.
Jeez, we're having a fun time, by the way. So Bagel misses on that one. He missed twice.
God!
And Musique grounded and pounded his way. Bagel missed.
Oh my God!
How did Bagel miss those 2 shots? I thought. Rich,
don't know. That was okay.
That was quite possibly the most Rick and Morty bait I have ever seen in my entire life.
I said it again. Adult Swim, hire me.
Way to take a dark turn into this. And Spogo doesn't know if he wants to participate.
There we go.
He decides to get out. Musique's up 2-0, by the way. And I jinxed it. I I am so sorry, Musique. Bagel, he's climbing his way up. I'm not blamed for that. I do not I'm blamed for that. Ridge said it. Ridge said it. And he's going to say
this is heresy. So that was pretty much the exact same. Literally, right? If you took image of those 2 last rounds and put them together, you would go, oh, they're the same round. The big baits coming out from Bagel from that round. He's the power of the knowledge of the baits of working, passing on like a virus. I don't know where this analogy is going.
No, they speak in images. I'm sorry. So they're gonna go compete in the middle of the ring, and they both hit each other. They were both not able to get that jump in, and now Mini Chips and Bagel with that big jump and hit combo. That big jump hit combo. That's the. Hey, Bagel's coming back here, lads. Hey, Ridge, do you smell that? It smells like. What's that smell like, Ridge?
It smells like chicken stew, and also of a comeback. Oh, it's not very PG, but yeah, I mean, pretty good mind games coming out from both of them. Egyptian's got to heal up as well. Very good mind games coming out from both of these guys. Both of them trying to bait each other in as hard as they could. And Egyptian Bagel won the bait fight. Is it 2-2? It's 2-2. I'm having a heart attack. Who's gonna win? Oh God, I'm scared.
Yeah, this is a tiebreaker, guys, between two of the best boxers. And Bagel comes up with the It's a comeback. It's a comeback. Musique's chance of winning a third tournament is not going to happen. Bagel coming back 2-0 in that one. Put that out on the highlight reel brand flakes. That was a great match, Ridge. Tell me your thoughts on that. That was unbelievable.
Oh, that was incredible. Absolute, like, he just, Bagel, he has stronger glutes. He just full on, just yeet-ha, did a crew mask on him, and it worked. And I am astonished, because that never works, ever. Maybe it was the surprise of it all, but that was absolutely insane. That was very, very close. I was butt clench hard. I think I've just torn my bum cheek muscles. Anyway, so that was, in all seriousness though, that was an absolutely incredible match from both sides. Both of them trying to bait each other in from both angles. And it is mostly mind games, a lot more than usual, because usually it's about DM and trying to hit your shots, but in this one it is mind games a hell of a lot more. So, congratulations immensely to Bagel, the first man, by the way, to defeat him in almost, 5 months of doing this? That's insane. So, big ups to Bagel.
I am the new commentator in these parts. I am King Baxes alongside my other new commentator, Bonk Nickeltoon. We're taking over for Sins and Ridge because they are tired and they didn't want to do the whole tournament. Thank you. So I'm here now. No, I'm just kidding. This was pre-done. I love Ridge and Sins. They're great guys. Anyways, we've had a pretty exciting tournament thus far here, and sitting now currently in the ring is Spotton and Locktrap. Now these two guys have had a pretty good history together. If I'm not mistaken, Spotton was the man that gave Locktrap his first tournament win ever in the NHBL. That or he beat Spotton en route to winning his first tournament ever. So there's some shared history going into this fight here, Bonk.
Oh man, these two top-tier boxers are going off against each other. Spotton's in the second seed. Locktrap is actually in the third seed of the current regular season stats. They're both ready to go off against each other. And what's interesting about this is that Spotton, while he's had a little bit of trouble on those recent jumps, he can manage to come back and get nasty hits using what is known as a backwards gator roll. Normally, Spotton would have to use a regular gator roll under circumstances, but with the 4 jumps put into these matches, he's going to have to use a downwards gator roll, being able to hit his opponents while lunging downwards and that make them not move with a taunt. So hopefully he'll be able to get that tonight.
Right.
I don't know. What are you thinking here?
Well, as you alluded to, those 4 jumps are ever so crucial to winning this fight. Most of the fights I've seen here tonight have come down to if you have timed your jumps correctly. A lot of people have engaged too early on their jumps, and it ended up costing them as they kept laughing. Like that one right there. Man in blue, I believe that is Spot in blue. He jumped way too early there. He engaged way too early, and Locktrap was able to easily take advantage, allowing him to pick up the easy win there. And that's what a lot of fighters in this part of the bracket have to look out for, have been looking out for, and must continue to look out for. It's crucial. Timing is crucial in any heavy boxing tournament, but here tonight, when you need to time your jumps absolutely perfectly in order to get the win, like that. He mistimed to jump again. However, he wasn't able to take advantage. Now, that was an example of a good timed jump there. So yeah, this is really going to come down to timing here tonight. I think that's been the case so far. But if history is any indication, Spaten, he seems to be on a bit of an upswing here. Previous to tonight, he's been on a bit of a downswing. Started with a loss to Aesthetic Bagel in the Fight Night circuit, and then he didn't do so well in the Brawl. Then he did mildly good in the Clash, and now he's here tonight. He's back in the Final Four. But the question is if he can put up the finishing touches tonight. If he can, complete that comeback on his career and, take the win here tonight. What do you think, Bonk?
I gotta say that he does have a little bit of advantage. What I noticed, and I want to go to Locktrap for a minute, and what I noticed in Locktrap's previous matches is the fact that Locktrap has had a little bit of problems with being jump happy. And while that could be a problem, because if he wastes all 4 of his jumps, Spaten, and he still has jumps left, can do a downwards gator roll, as I said earlier, but can also pin him and make him taunt, ending the round immediately. So what Locktrap has to do is he's got to conserve his jumps. He's got to make sure they're used at the most precise time. And same with Spaten. You get too jump happy, you're going to end up losing. The Holiday Punch isn't a normal weapon. It is a taunt maker. You cannot get taunted. You have to avoid it at all costs and not be jump happy.
Round 1 begins here for these two championship boxers. Spaten takes the jump early. Neither one getting a laugh there, but Locktrap gets it in at the very end there. At that exchange, Locktrap takes a 1-0 lead. As I said, a little too early on the engagement for Spaten.
Locktrap was looking a little bit jump happy after that, and that could actually be a little bit risky, because if he gets taunted after that, and he uses 2 of his jumps, and Spaten gets out of it and then taunt traps Lock, it's not going to be a healthy match for him. He's going to get put down easily. You got to conserve those jumps, Locktrap. But as for Spaten, he punched a little bit too early and missed a jump and got trapped by Locktrap, and Locktrap was able to secure the round because of that.
Round 2 begins here. Locktrap with the advantage. Spaten a little late coming out of his corner. Both men approach center ring. Neither making a move yet. Spaten jumps. He's jumping twice, and he's down by points, but it's not going to matter. Oh, man! They jumped and hit each other in the midair. Spaten was down to his last punch, and then he gets the taunt on Locktrap, and he's able to win the round.
Wowee, that downwards gator roll, does a lot on a player who is completely cornered, not able to jump. What's interesting is that Locktrap wasted 2 of his jumps trying to avoid it, and yes, it is 1-1. But the thing is that you got to conserve those jumps. You can't really do much if you don't conserve them. And Spaten was right on top of him too, and he was able to lock that punch in and secure the round, even with 40 health left. That is skill right there.
Round 3 begins here. Both men tied at 1 apiece. Locktrap bolting out of the corner. Spaten taking a bit conservative approach. And he mistimed it again. Well, I wouldn't want to say mistimed it, but Locktrap easily dodged out of the way of that jump, and it ends up costing Spaten. He's down 2-1 early on the scoreboard.
He was able to conserve his jumps, and doing that allowed Spaten to miss jump, and Locktrap got him trapped. He conserved his jumps and learned from his mistake, and that's how he was able to conceal.
Round 4 is off here. Spaten playing very conservative. He makes a jump early out of the corner. Not sure what that was about. Both men.
Oh wait, no, never mind. That was the body fly. Never mind.
That was the body fly. Yes, it was. I don't know. I don't think it matters, but I think Spaten got 5 jumps on that.
I gotta agree with you. I thought I saw 5 jumps there too.
It was 5 jumps.
If that's not the ref's call, then I'll go ahead. Round 4 is underway here. Spaten taking a very minimal approach. Oh no! Locktrap caught off guard with that one. He not evens it back up, but gets himself back on the board here. Spaten played that very well. Maybe the mind game's coming out.
He tricked him. He thought he was gonna. Locktrap thought that Spaten was gonna. That he's gonna jump, but he plunges backwards and jumps and hits him with a downwards gator spike.
Great call there from Kingback, spotting that before that round began. Now we are on to round 5. It is match point for Locktrap. Both men jump, and Spottin missed on that one. Didn't Locktrap miss? They're missing all over the place, and that is going to wrap it up. Locktrap is moving on to the finals, besting Spottin 4-2. And a very impressive display by Locktrap. Wouldn't you agree?
I gotta agree on that one. Honestly, both of them were actually up to their skill with this. Both of them used all 4 of their jumps, except Locktrap was more into it with his punches, and he landed every single one of them. So, that's it.
All right, sorry, I'm distracted. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Boxing Day Classic. Ice and Bagel getting on their practice rounds, and Bonk, this is going to be not for the faint of heart. These guys, they don't like each other. They have been rivals ever since they begun on fight nights. Bagel was the man around town. Then Ice came in and beat him. Ice and Bagel have been a rivalry ever since, and we are seeing the next chapter of that here today. What do you expect from this match?
You've got the 7th Sasha Heavyweight Champion versus a fight night killer. This match is a huge determining factor of whoever goes to the finals. It is a best 4 out of 7. You've got a man currently who is a big man on campus in the fight nights, has destroyed the competition until Ice walks on, guns blazing, wins the 7th Sasha Heavyweight Champion. And he's even shown that under certain circumstances, like a broken thumb.
A broken thumb, yes sir.
Shut up with the broken thumb. It's not broken. It's just slightly injured.
That he can do things. And he's here in the semifinals tonight, making sure that he's not going down. He wants to win another final. He wants to make sure that he's there, and he wants to make sure the competition that goes against him is feared by him. Will Egyptian Bagel prevail? We're going to see right here.
Round 1 begins here. Ice and Bagel, neither one having much love for the other. Dancing around the ring now. Ice sticking to the corners. Bagel caught dead center of the ring. He jumps in a little too early there, and Ice is going to take the first round here. But he missed. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, he's fine. Never mind me.
Bonanza. I had lag.
Yes, Ice takes the first round. 1 zilch. A little sloppy there on the part of Bagel.
Ice has also got to watch out in the last punch. He missed. He could have gotten back up and taken Ice into a taunt lock as well. You got to be careful of missing those punches.
Round 2 underway here. The round's coming fast and furious. Bagel bolting out of the corner, coming center of the ring. Ice jumps all around. Ice is missing punches left and right. Bagel takes the second round, I should say. I'm dumb. He gets revenge up there in the kill feed. It's now tied 1-1. Much more technically sound on his part.
He got him in a lock there. He cornered him too, and that's a problem. You're not going to be, even if you jump in place, you're going to waste a jump trying to struggle to get out of there. And that 4 jumps, that's all you get. You can't get out there just by jumping. And even so, if you try to walk away normally, you're going to get taunt locked.
They are eager to get to punching each other. Both men coming out here. And I think Ice missed that punch, but he didn't miss that one. Bagel mistimed the jump, and Ice is going to take it down.
Bonanza.
2-1. Brass Bonanza indeed. Ice, very, very good timing on his punch there.
I like what he did. He waited on that last jump from Egyptian Bagel till he touched the ground on the last frame.
Right.
And then he punched him into a taunt lock. And that's what you're supposed to do in these kind of situations.
Yes, perfect timing by Ice. Round 4 underway here. Ice is up 2-1. Ice comes in jumping, but he misses his punch. All Bagel's got to do now is finish it out with punches galore. Ice is going down. Ice has lost. It's tied up 2-2 now. Neither one giving an inch.
Hold up. Sorry, Baxis. Is it true?
What?
Yes, it's true.
Yes.
Fedora, thank you.
Wait, Rachel, wait.
Yes. Child.
Later. Later.
We're on the commentary. Ah! Okay, anyways. Round 2 underway here. It is all tied up. Ice immediately engaging, wasting no time. He caught Bagel off guard. It's 3-2.
That jump. that scary jump it froze him completely. He didn't even know what to do. Ice just comes out of nowhere jumping, and he gets him right on the strike even before he could jump. There was nothing that Egyptian Bagel could do on that, and Ice immediately put him into a taunt lock.
All right, round 5 is underway here. It is match point for Ice. Bagel's going to have to be exponentially careful here. Bagel jumps in. Ice jumps in. I make my mistake. Ice is going down. We're going down to the final round, baby. 3-all.
The rivalry comes down to this, Baxus. It's the mano-a-mano fight. It's anyone's game at this point. These guys, while they've had their set share of scrubs, they're also willing to compete against each other. This rivalry is heated up. If you can't say final match, then I don't know what you can do with the term rival.
This is it. It's for all the marbles here. Tied at 3-3 apiece. The next one to laugh is going home. Ice jumps in a little too early. They both laugh, but Ice is down a punch here. He's gonna get out of the taunt lock first, and he's gonna finish it.
Brass Bonanza!
Ice takes it 4-3. He's moving on to the finals to face Lock Trap. He puts Bagel down. Unreal finish to that matchup.
So that last play, it's always whoever gets out first. Sometimes they'll escape by adding on a jump, but Ice had a second and a half to spare to get out of there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Boxing Day Classic. I'm Baxus alongside Bonk. The practice rounds are underway for what promises to be a great final here today. Lock Trap going 1-on-1 with Ice. Both of these guys have had an amazing tournament run thus far. And it's hard to see who's going to be coming out of this. If you had told me this was the matchup like 3 months ago, I would have said Ice, hands down, no comparison. But Ice, he's kind of had a downswing. And Lock Trap has had a bit of an upswing here recently. So this is a very, very even matchup here. Bonk, what do you expect to see out of it?
I would say today has completely shown that both of these fighters have both their ups and their downs. Lock Trap has been most improving with his jumps over each and every course of the match, but he still has a little bit of his quirks with wasting all of his jumps and being jump happy. While on the other side, Ice, while he's very aggressive with his punches and sometimes can be laid backwards with certain things, and very good timing on the last framing of people jumping down and putting them into a taunt trap, he's a little bit too trigger happy. He'll miss punches sometimes, and he'll be put into a taunt lock himself. Both these players need to fix these attributes and these problems, but also use their pros to their advantage. They gotta be smart. They gotta use the taunt and their jumps, taunt lock and their jumps to their advantage, and they gotta make sure they win today here in the final match.
I agree with you there. Ever so crucial, the timing and the taunting. Ever so crucial. This is the only tournament that is crucial because it's a one-of-a-kind, unique tournament. Also, our only tournament that runs for 1 day, and I'm tired. I'm sleepy. It's the day after Christmas, and they're making me work.
Think all this Christmas.
Merry Chrysler.
Round 1 begins. Ice is reluctant to move out of his corner. They're very odd. Considering how aggressive he's been this tournament. Maybe a change of strategy heading to this next round. Lock Trap refuses to go onto Ice's side of the boxing ring here. Staking to his side. Neither one wanting to make a mistake here. Ice engages. He's not going to like that at all. Lock Trap takes the early advantage here. Engaged a little too early on that jump. He got caught. Lock Trap used his one single jump to pin him.
Lock Trap preserving those jumps as mentioned earlier. Ice threw an early punch and it caught him off guard with Lock Trap's jump. He was able to pin Ice down in a taunt lock and one round.
All right, here we go. Round 2 is underway here. Ice has some ground to make up. He's not wasting any time. Yeah, Lock Trap missed a punch there, and it's not going to matter at all. Ice, would you stop with the brass bonanza? Okay, anyways, Ice goes up, and now, not goes up, but puts one on the board, tied at 1-1.
So you can see that Lock Trap used 2 of those jumps, and he immediately went for another one after he used his first one. That jump happiness isn't going to get you anywhere. You got to conserve some of those jumps, and you got to dodge as well. You can't just stand in one place and jump in one place. You got to move, do a swish.
Round 3 underway here. The final tied up at 1 apiece. Both men trading corners here as they circle around the NHBL logo in the center of the ring. That ring is coated in blood right now. Many splatters all around the ring. And Locktrap is the first to engage, and he will regret that. A little too early on the jump. Ice jumps back, and Ice got the win here. He goes up 2-1.
Slick jump by Ice to get out of the way like that. He used the jump not to go forward, but to also miss. But then, as soon as Locktrap hit the ground, he used his timing perfectly on taunt locking him, and that's what Ice is good at doing. So you gotta be careful.
Round 4 underway here. Ice up 2-1. Locktrap going to have to be careful here. He doesn't want this one to get out of hand. Ice and Locktrap trade sides of the ring once again. Ice is backed up into Locktrap's corner. Locktrap engages. Ice was off guard! And Ice is going to go down. They are now tied at 2 apiece. Ice was not prepared for that pitch at all. Oh, no. Wait, we've got a dispute of hit registration being thrown in by Ice.
The dispute from the blue competitor Ice has been reviewed, and we shall call it void. From my viewpoint, I did not see a swing coming from you. The point is still to Locktrap.
Round 5 is underway here as they are tied up at 2 apiece. Both of them wasting a jump already. That is not going to bode well for their chances here. Either one of them. They are down to 3. Both men jump once again. Ice gets punched. A Locktrap didn't jump that time. And now Ice is going to take it, and he goes back up 3-2. Wasted those jumps early there, Bonk.
Yeah, those jumps. I don't understand why they wasted those first jumps when they were just walking around the ring trying to figure out who's gonna go and lunge at who first. And then there's the other jumps that come into play. You can't waste a jump on that. You gotta conserve them. It's only 4 jumps.
All right, round 6 is underway here. Ice is up 3-2 on Locktrap. Locktrap engages. He misses, though. He hits that time, though, but Ice was in the air. Ice is wasting all his jumps. Ice doesn't have any jumps left. Neither does Locktrap. And Ice got caught. Locktrap takes the point right back. They are tied at 3 apiece.
I'm pretty... I had to make a recount in my head, but I'm pretty sure both boxers, not jumpers, both boxers jump way more than 5. So the round is void.
Bit of an odd turn of events there. Ice engages, and it's not gonna matter. He was too eager to get in there. Now we know this time Locktrap did not, and we've got another dispute coming in from Ice. He disputes the hit registration once again.
Second dispute from Ice has been reviewed, and there may have been a chance of desync during this current round. So we shall grant him the dispute and have a redo.
All right, still 3-2 here. I gotta say that has been some bogus referee calls.
I'm sorry, but I have to say those were 2 horrible calls.
I
don't even know why they were even called in the first place.
And Ice goes in. Locktrap, they trade punches. They're dead even coming down the punch, and Locktrap's going to go down. It is 4-2 in favor of Ice. If you're Locktrap at this point, you just gotta feel sick to your stomach.
I don't even know why those calls were made. I saw 4 jumps. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't. I get if you missed it, but that second one, I didn't see any hit registration.
Yeah,
I went back and looked at it on the stream. Nothing.
All right, here we go. It is round 5. Locktrap gets laughed, and he's going down. It is now 5-2 in favor of Ice. Ice, he's on the verge of winning it all here. Anything the Locktrap could do here, Bonk?
I honestly...
He can turn it around. Ice has been very... I think he can. I mean, Ice been a little jump happy. There's always a time for something, I feel. Round 6 here is now underway. Both men coming out of their corners, about dead even here. Locktrap is going to have has a lot of ground to make up here. Doesn't want to make a mistake. He jumps in. Locktrap is now down a punch, and that is going to end it. Ice is back on top of the world with his thumb twitching, broken, mauled, destroyed. He takes it home. He's back, ladies and gentlemen.
I think I see.
One with a broken freaking
I
thumb.
think I can see a bone sticking out of it.
It's broken. Help me.
My brain. Yes, you guys are ready pretty much. So, son of Bell, you may begin.
Yeah.
Baxus!
Run him out!
Bax!
I'm gonna
Put me in it.
I'm coming. I'm sorry. No.
Son of a...
Yeah, this is fun. This is a very fun time. Okay,
One.
so they're gonna meet up and Chicken. I think Chicken. What?
Ooh.
Competitor has been kicked from spamming. And this year's Fisty Award goes to. Wow. That's incredible.
I was already laughing.
Now this is epic.